But we begin with the Take Care of Maya civil trial in Florida. Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter joins us now with a debrief.
Thanks so much, Michael. It was an emotional afternoon inside this courthouse as the family of Maya Kowalski heard the testimony of a family friend, Meg Bolan, who testified about how Maya's mother, Beata Kowalski, reached out to her in 2016 about a support group for families with children suffering from CRPS. And Ms. Bolan also shared about how she spoke to Maya's mother, Beata, the day she died by suicide. Let's watch.
Did there come a time that you spoke with Beata Kowalski on January 7th, 2017, before she took her life?
She was really upset.
Okay. More so than usual, obviously.
Definitely more so than usual.
Did she seem, from the tone of her voice and what you could discern from her, that she had given up hope? Or was in the process of giving up hope?
She had given up hope, absolutely.
Did she express anything more about why she had reached the point of no hope?
She shared that Maya was crying in the hearing, and that she just wanted a hug, and they wouldn't let her even hug her daughter. Mm-hmm. And she said that she didn't see a way that this would ever end, and that she just could not see a way to continue fighting, because no matter what she did, nothing helped Maya.
The jury also heard today from medical professionals who helped treat Maya, who was then 10 years old, including the physical therapist who met with Maya in 2015 in the months leading up to her protective custody at Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital. And this therapist testified that Maya, in her estimation, was sincerely suffering from this diagnosis, and she was sincerely trying to improve. Let's watch.
Had it become clear to you whether Maya was sincerely trying?
Yes, sir.
Was Beata acting appropriately under those situations?
Yes, she appeared to be a loving mom that was invested in the health of her daughter.
But when the patient's mother entered the gym, her complaints of pain increased in frequency. Is that right?
It appears to be so.
Okay. When you asked Maya to do something, is it true that she told you she couldn't, but when she was distracted, you noted that she could?
I don't believe she told me she couldn't. I think what happened with that is that when you try to isolate a muscle, it is hard to physically do it. However, when you're able to overpower with momentum, or able to do it when it's a bigger, more integrated task within the body, it can occur.
Okay.
A neurologist also testified today for this jury to talk about, in his estimation, even though Johns Hopkins did not believe Maya was suffering from CRPS at the time she spent 3 months in their hospital, in his opinion, that was the correct diagnosis. But on cross-examination, that's something the defense took issue with. Let's watch.
If you had been contacted after the date of October 20th, 2016, at any time between October 20th, 2016 and January 14th, 2017, what would your opinion have been regarding the accuracy of Maya's complex regional pain syndrome diagnosis?
Yes, I would agree that complex regional pain syndrome was the correct diagnosis.
Did you personally ever make a diagnosis of CRPS in this patient?
No, I did not.
You never saw her during that period, did you?
That is correct.
You never saw any records from during that period, did you?
No.
Then you have no basis for that opinion, correct?
The nature of complex regional pain syndrome is that it does not typically just get better. So if she was still experiencing symptoms and signs during that period, then it's likely, most likely, that complex regional pain syndrome persisted throughout that time period.
And Michael, coming up next week, it's going to be a big week as we expect the plaintiff's case in chief to call the father of Maya Kowalski, who's been sitting in there by counsel at counsel table, so close to the jury, and he was so emotional this afternoon. He's expected to take the stand. Also, Dr. Cantu, if you watched the Netflix documentary, you'll recall that Maya traveled to Mexico for a ketamine coma, or her family calls it a ketamine miracle. He's going to voluntarily fly in next week to testify in her case, and if there's time, we could even hear from Maya herself next week, Michael.